Hello everyone, Makobura na kila mtu naona pale Judith and Laban Misiani. Nasema habari zenyu. Leo ni Jamhuri Day. Aha. Ni siku ambaye watu wanakumbuka wengi ama inchi iko na historia na inchi. Makobura, habari ya jioni.
Good evening. I'm doing good. I thank God.
Mhm.
I want to take this opportunity to say hi to you and to our viewers and to invite all of them.
Yeah.
Let them feel at home.
Washerekee Jamhuri Day.
Yeah, it was of course Jamhuri Day, a day
Mhm.
that
Mm.
the people of Kenya wengi
Yeah.
wao
Mhm.
wamekuwa off ama walipewa off na kampuni zao na
Mm.
vilevile government institutions. Apparently wale wako in the other sectors hawakupewa.
Ai.
Depending on, of course, it depends with where you work. You know, there's some companies that deals with, for example, the hospitality. You are
Yeah.
given off
That is
based on,
understandable. That is understandable. Like we call them the essential services. People who are offering essential services, those people are understandable for them not to be given off, but like there must be incentive. You know.
yeah, of course, today is counted as I mean, it's paid differently. It is like an extra
Mm.
mile that you've worked. So
Mm-hmm.
it is part of life.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, Jamhuri is one of those holidays that reminds you that you're already there.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate the
Mm-hmm.
Christmas. It reminds you that you are closing the year.
Unakaribia kufunga mwaka.
Yeah, it brings some laziness, especially for those who goes to work, because in one way or another it makes your mind to start settling or to start relaxing,
Mm.
that you are in the Christmas mood.
Yeah, it kicks in it is an invitation of Christmas, right?
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. And as we were celebrating the Jamhuri Day today, we did not see the member of United Opposition joining the rest of the country where President was delivering his speech. What does that one tell you about our country?
What I can say is that first, I want to say that Kenya is a blessed country
Mm-hmm.
with blessed people
Yeah.
living in it, and very hardworking, prosperous. People who gives you hope
Mm-hmm.
that things one day will get to the right place.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact that Kenyans have always been out there to
Mm-hmm.
fighting with a lot of hope, with a lot
Yeah.
of faith
Mm-hmm.
that things shall one day look the right direction. But
Okay.
again, we also have, whenever we are talking about the success of a country, then we have to partly give a view on the leadership side.
Mm-hmm.
And my view is that the leadership that we've had in the country,
Mm-hmm.
they have the capacity to deliver, they have the capacity to ensure that the country goes on well.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, uh, they've not done their best. To me, if you ask me, I can say that the many times that they've been given the opportunity to lead, they've dwelt
Mm.
on unnecessary things. They've dwelt on, their own satisfaction, to mean that they've focused more
Mm.
on what really makes them prosper than those that are making the country prosper. So you find that a politician or a leader is very much wealthy,
Yeah.
at the expense of the poor Kenyans.
Okay. But
And
all right, go ahead.
and to me, that is a challenge, because if you are given an opportunity as a
Mhm,
leader, you should always focus on making sure that your people, the people that you represent,
mhm,
gets or finds the best. Before you get out of that particular office, you should have introduced quite a number of changes so
mhm.
that you change or you make their lives better.
But despite all those, because like a day like this is maybe we can put aside our political differences and come to celebrate something that unites us and something that has a meaning to our history of the country, Jamhuri. But like you find that it is not always possible for political leaders or the leaders and everybody in the country just to come and celebrate a country. You find that um, right now the leadership of the opposition were not uh, uh, at the celebration. Why then should we have that kind of differences, especially when we are having a political, we are having national celebration?
Okay, okay. You know, Jamhuri.
Mhm,
First of all, Jamhuri is not just a national holiday.
mhm,
It's a moment of reflection on Kenya's identity. And when we speak about Kenyans' identity, then we can talk of quite a lot,
mhm,
starting from culture, starting from the struggle, starting from the leadership, and so on.
mhm.
Again, we are supposed to talk about the unity within the country.
Yeah,
And when we also talk about the unity, we'll focus more on the regions, we will focus more on the political parties,
yeah,
we will focus more on the leadership that is currently there.
mhm,
And we are supposed to also talk about the political future,
yeah,
the future of the country.
mhm,
But if you ask me, this year the celebration, to me, I saw them overshadowed by the ODM's internal wrangles
mhm,
and questions about loyalty, ideology, and the survival. I
mhm.
also saw the president also trying to give, or to focus more on Raila Amolo Odinga, of which it is a good thing,
Yeah,
because it is Jamhuri. We have to look into the identity, where we've came from, and the reason why we've been to this particular place.
okay,
But to me, I think the top. I mean, the way the president brought everything out,
yeah,
it wasn't really the expectation or the right way or the culture that normally
mhm.
Kenyans do approach whenever they're celebrating the Jamhuri.
All right, let me take this opportunity to say hi to Little Miss Danger for joining us. I'm also seeing at RH6761. Thank you so much, Laban Misiani. And I'm also seeing here we have our good friend Mikuda is here with us. Um, and I'm seeing Jeff Rose. Hi. I hope all of you are doing fine, and we really, really thank you for joining us this Jamhuri Day. As you know, that Kenyans are celebrating the Jamhuri Day. Little December. I'm sorry, people are not nice. Why people are not nice? What has people done to you? Yeah, what has people done to you, making them not to be nice? Yeah, okay, that's okay. Miguda, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah,
If you can hear me, I'm
yeah, I
fairly
think. All right.
on very well.
Okay, today is Jamhuri Day, and Kenyans are celebrating Jamhuri Day. I was just conversing with Obura there. I was asking, is this is was a very good is a very good history in our country, and we see the leadership of United Opposition or other political elites did not join the rest of the country in celebration of a day like this, whereby uh, people reflect on the miles that the country has made. What could be the main reason for that?
Of course, Jamhuri Day is for all of us.
Yeah.
It's for the people of Kenya, not a certain people.
Mm-hmm.
When you see people, some section of the country celebrating, while the rest are not celebrating, it is never news to this country
Mm-hmm.
because in the past years we
Yeah.
have had incidents whereby the government has been celebrating and other people have been keeping off. So I can just say just a matter of political temperature in the country right now and
Mm-hmm.
division. That's why we have such scenario.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, to start with the highlights that I would say the highlights of the day, especially of today, was when the moment of silence for the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga. That was also a light of the day. Light of the day. There's also when Sakaja proposed, especially the Talanta Stadium to be named after the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga, which later President also came and talk about. When you look at the suggestion or the naming of the stadium, with the president saying that is going to happen, and we know that such like uh, processes, there's a process that it has to take to go through procedural, and the president has made it possible, which is a good thing. But now, when you look at it again, people are looking at it on the political angle. People also are looking at it as a sign of remembrance of Raila Odinga. Maybe to start with you, Marco Bura. What do you read on the Talanta Ella naming after Raila Amolo Odinga? Because Gladys Wanga also at the burial of Raila Amolo Odinga, she did say that.
Okay, thank you so much. Talanta Sports Center, or the the construction that is going on, I can say that it's a good move for the country. Remember, Kenya at this particular moment should be having the most of the best stadiums in the republic. And you remember a year or two ago,
Yeah.
there were several games which are supposed to be played in Kenya,
Mhm.
and it was not easy for FIFA and the teams, to permit the country to do or to hold those particular games, and that made it hard. And for that reason, we saw quite a number of countries being given the opportunity to, to co-host the games which were being played, something that can be done within one country. So to
Yeah.
me, it is a good move that it is being built.
Yeah.
And from what I'm seeing, it is going to be a good one or a nice one compared to the Kasarani one. It being named after Raila Amolo Odinga, to me, I can say it's a good move because in one way or another, Raila participated in the development of the Republic of Kenya, and he sacrificed for the country not once but several times. The main times that he sacrificed, and being that he was one of the topmost politician who ever existed, and also uh, gave his best
Yeah.
or did quite a number of things, it is in order for that particular Atalanta center or sports center to be named after him as a way of remembrance, being that he was a statesman who stood firm and tall on matters of the on matters which assisted the country.
Mm. All right. Miguda, what would be your take, especially the naming or proposed naming of the stadia after the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga?
Okay. I just want to say, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I just want to say, for me, I think Raila Odinga is still in his death.
Yeah,
His name is still national. You can't hear me.
I'm hearing you. You can go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I'm saying I believe that in his death, his name is still a national concern,
Mm-hmm.
and this one could be influenced.
All right, maybe there's a problem with Miguda with his internet. Okay, we will be waiting for Miguda to come in. And Makobura, maybe just to continue, I like the if that could happen, especially and they follow the due process, so that the stadia could be named after him. That one will be a great remembrance for the contribution that the Right Honorable Prime Minister has done to this country, and that is a good move. My only fear is maybe it is coming at a time when the political temperatures in the country are quite much high, and you will agree with me that those who would believe that this is a very good strategy, especially for the president even to push his political agenda. It has come at the right time that he can also push his political agenda to target a population, because you know very well that Raila had a very good and a solid fan base behind him. So when you name such like historical structure like that after his name, the only thing that his base can do for you can reward you by voting for you. So that was the highlight of the day. Another
Yeah,
highlight of the day. Yeah, go ahead.
maybe if I can add something on that.
Yeah.
Of course, whenever politicians, in any place that you see politicians,
Yeah.
and you remember the kind of politics that Raila Amolo Odinga did play, the kind of support base that he had, the
Mhm.
fanatical supporters, the supporters that believed in him whether he was going the right way or the wrong way,
Yeah.
the supporters who would die for Raila Amolo Odinga.
Mhm.
You know, those supporters are still not really, they've not really believed that Raila left.
Mm.
And it is a psychological move that the president is also trying to gain the support base of Raila Amolo Odinga. And you know, whenever whatever whatever strategy will come with
Mm.
as a way of honoring Raila Amolo Odinga, it will be in the minds of the true supporters of Raila Amolo Odinga. And no matter what,
Mhm.
they will always turn out or come out to vote
Yeah.
for anybody who speaks well or nice or good about someone that they they gave high respect.
Yeah.
That is what I can say. But again, to me, the consistent mentioning by the president and the governor of Nairobi, all these things are political moves. They're trying to do so as a way of seeking the sympathy and telling the supporters of Raila that they are there, they cared for Baba, that they are the real friends of Raila Amolo Odinga.
All right. Thank you so much. Miguda, you are in the
Oh,
process of, and you were kicked out.
okay. I'm back now. I was saying the naming of or the proposed renaming of Talanta Stadium to Odinga by the people and by the Nairobi governor, and also in consideration by the president, can just be influenced by. Remember the other time when we were at Parliament building during the State of the Nation address, you find out that Mr. President actually omitted the name of Raila in the State of the Nation address. I remember we
Mhm.
have just believed him a few weeks ago, and people complain online. People complain that why he could not even pay a moment of silence to
Mhm.
remember the fallen soldier in Parliament. So Raila Odinga is a concerned national person. That's why today he had to do or overdo one. He had people pay a moment of silence to remember Odinga Shuja. And Shuja, when Governor Sakaja was talking about Nairobi politicians of all time. He said Tomboya is one of them. And remember, we have the Tomboya statue and also the Tomboya street. Although we have the Odinga Road on your way to Ngong Road,
Yeah.
but remember, people have also demanded that Raila should be given a statue in Nairobi. So I think having been a Nairobi politician and also a great influence in Nairobi, it is proper to have something for him, like a big one, like the Talanta Hela Stadium. And also they can now move that statue to that stadium. The one you saw for the Nelson Mandela, and also there's another one for Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, I think Tanzania. So they can have that statue there, the Talanta Hela Stadium. And also it can be politically motivated because you find out that Sakaja wants second term, and Sakaja want to blend with the Raila supporters, that during campaigns he will be like, I'm the one who proposed the Talanta Hela. Then the president also, Ruto also will use the political game that we decided to rename Talanta to Raila Odinga, even though there are some technicalities on how to change the name of the stadium initially. But right now, I think other than Raila being honored in his
Makabura, would you
absence,
mind sharing the link? Go ahead,
even though Raila is being honored in his absence with all those things he has been what we call posthumously. But remember, even it is, I realized, because when the name Raila Odinga was called out by Sakaja and Ruto, you saw the crowd. It's like Raila, the spirit is still living. So the people are very happy. So that all tells that Raila is still the Raila's name is going to be used in the 2027 politics. And those are the things that they are going to say, that we made him CGH, we renamed the stadium after him, and also many things I believe so. So I think politically it is also one of the ways. Remember, even the opposition is playing the same politics, Raila, that they are telling the Odium people that do not allow Raila's legacy to go down. Don't do things that Raila were against. And they were saying, don't allow Ruto to swallow ODM. So you can see Raila's name is being used both in opposition and the people in government.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much. Simba Nataya, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, Brother Ben. Good, Makubura.
Happy Jamhuri Day.
Happy Jamhuri Day too.
Hey, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Yes, so the president has proposed, or president and the Nairobi governor has proposed the Talanta Stadium to be named after the Right Honorable Prime Minister. What is your take on it, brother?
I was so much excited after I heard so, but initially it was in the Sakaja.
Yeah. Gladys Wanga.
Before it has been said so several times.
And
I think it's very strategic. Kawaida sisi huwa tunasema #2term. And I think the launching of the statue, not only that it's Talanta Stadium, but outside at the main entrance kutakuwa na statue yake kubwa sana. So we are so happy about it.
So like historically, it's a good move when you look at the history of the country and what Raila Odinga has contributed. And also you suggest that because there's a two-term slogan that is going on, so that one will boost the electability for President William Ruto for two-term, especially among the bases of Raila Amolo Odinga.
But first of all, you have to remember, Brother Ben, that Ruto had been overworking since. So hizo zitakuwa bonga points.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Simba, for your opinion. And it depends. There are those who believe that the president has not been working. That also believe that president has been working. So it will narrow down to how people will vote, because that is what is there. Now, another memorable moment that we picked from the discussion of today that also you can weigh your thoughts on. President talked about the SHA, and as you know, SHA is one of those issues that majority of Kenyans, or quite a number of Kenyans, if not all, have been complaining about. That so many people have been registered, but now when it comes to service delivery, the service delivery is not uh, good, especially when it comes to the SHA. So president spoke about it. Maybe to start with you, Marco Bura Migura, then our friend Simba will finish on the SHA before we look at another thing that president spoke about.
Okay, thank you. I saw, of course, President did talk about much, but more of his focus from what I saw was some developments, future developments. And apparently, I can say it is not bad to have future ambitions. The only worry that I see or can give my view on is when they are too much now, when the promises are too much, because it brings the risk of not focusing. It also gets you to a point of giving the people, in their mind, they're creating what we call a lot of expectation. So if you fail to deliver, then it becomes a criticism topic. So that is the only bit that I'm worried about our president, because the rate at which he sees the future, the rate at which he thinks positively about the future is on another level.
But that is good if you are
It
very
is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That is what I'm calling futuristic.
That's what I'm saying. It is a good move. It is a good move. But truth be told, remember, he's building a lot of thinking in the minds of the people. So if should he fail to do or to deliver all these things that he's promising, that in the minds of the people, remember, this is the challenge that the president has ever faced. Remember when he was doing his campaigns, he did a lot of promising, and also the day that he was being sworn in, if you remember the many times that he said that in my government there are no, there's nothing like abduction, there's nothing like killings, there's nothing like what. And then after some years, he broke the record of having or Kenyans having been killed in his government more than the previous governments. And then that begs the question of, does he really mean well for the country and the mentioning of the good political futures that he has? Does he really have the capacity to implement? Look at the many development structures that he chose, starting from SHA and all those kind of things. Remember how SHA is being criticized here, left, right, and center. Remember how the building of houses is also being criticized, as much as it is important for the country. Quite a number of people saying that it is not the best development that he needed to have started with, that there are more pressing issues that the people of Kenya are going through or are facing that needed more attention than the ones that he settled on. But it is his government, it is his agenda that he's manifesting or he's working on. But what I can say, I saw him talk about the jam in Thika Road and how he plans on making an expressway from Thika to the National Museum Hill.
Yes.
It is possible. But he said he's going to start doing that next year. I wonder how possible it is going to be possible. How possible it is going to be
next year. Remember, next year is from January to December. So that is something that possibility might be.
Brother Ben, if you understand and you read the kind of the budget that we do have in the Republic of Kenya, and if you understand the analysis and how keen the people of Kenya always are, look at what happened in June 2024, for example. It was all about the budget of the Republic of Kenya. The most important thing in the Republic of Kenya that Kenyans are always keen on are the things that are placed within the budget. If it is something that is going to outsource from somewhere else without putting it on the budget, the budget that is going to be passed, that will, of course, be funded by the people of Kenya, it is not going to be possible unless he uses the other mean or the others mean plans that he has. But that, of course, belongs to him. He's the decision maker on that particular moment. So I want to say that all those things that the president did talk or mentioned or talked about are all positive and nice things. Like the ones that I've given my take on, building an expressway. It is a good thing. Actually, expressway I needed in all the major roads. Ngong Road needs expressway. Langata Road needs an expressway. Of course, there's an expressway in Mombasa Road, but still, if it can be extended, because there is still massive jam or congestion within that particular road. If we talk about Jogo Road needs an expressway, Thika Road, of course, needs an expressway. You know, it is a good move. So let us just wait and see if all these dreams can be put in paper and can be worked on. Of course, President used the 2025 celebration. Of course, he did outline quite a number. The 5 trillion plan for the for transforming Kenya into a first world economy. Of course, he did focus on the infrastructure, which I've just given some examples. What we are waiting to see is whether it will be how it will be implemented. He talked about food security, which is something very key. You cannot run a country that does not have what we call food security. The plans that he has, of course, are expanding the available food mechanisms which are there, and of course ensuring that he does this. The reduction of cost for production, which is a good move. Ours again is to wait and see. He also talked about industrialization. Of course, that is increasing or making it easy for industries to come in the Republic of Kenya. So I can say that the project's ambitions, he has the government has the project ambitions and a unity ambition. But of course, all those will depend on how the president himself will handle the whole situation, just as a way of ensuring that things work to the betterment of the people of Kenya. That is what I can say. Miguda, you can give your take on that, and then I'll give Simba a chance to also give his take. Miguda, are you there? Okay, Simba, I'll give you a chance. I think Miguda is having a problem with this network or so. Simba, you can give us your view on the general conversation or the general promises that the president did give, and how viable they are to the people of Kenya, and the possibility of all those being implemented.
Makobura, najua wacha niongee vizuri na niongee kwa Kiswahili kwa sababu shida yetu sisi wa Kenya sijui ni shida ya dini, ni shida ya kisiasa, ama inaweza itwa shida ya nini, kwa sababu nimesikiza vile umetoa orodha yako kulingana na ile orodha ya rais, lakini kila kitu unasema ni maoni mazuri ikiwa yatatimizwa. Kwanza mambo ambayo ni mawili, mambo matatu kwa kuanzia, mambo ya nyumba, kilimo na afya. Haya ni mambo ambayo ni kiungo muhimu sana kwa serikali yoyote, na nafikiria yale mambo yote watu wanasema tutaona, hayo ni mambo ambayo yamefanyika tayari. Kilimo kulikuwa na shida ambayo imerekebishwa kwa sasa. Wakulima hawajaonekana kwa barabara wakiandamana kwamba bei iko juu. Tukija kwa hospitali, ni siasa tu, ni siasa ambayo inafanywa na wachache wanafiki ambao wamekuwa wakikula katika migongo ya wagonjwa, ndio wanalalamika. Wale matapeli ambao wamekuwa katika mricha, pesa ya madawa kuibiwa na mambo mengine. Lakini ukija kwa kilimo, mkulima hajalalamika. Miradi yote na dams ambazo zinajengwa na serikali, rusuku ambayo imetolewa kwa mbolea, hakuna mtu analalamika. Sasa nyumba zinaonekana na kila mtu, ambao wale wanasema ngoja tutaona kama atafanya. Mbona kama umeona nyumba yenye imejengwa, nini yenye unaona kama haitafanyika, kama tayari kuna kitu yenye unaona? Na ni vizuri watu wanakiri kwamba yenyewe amefanya, lakini hatujui ingine kama atafanya vile atakavyofanya, kwa sababu alisema ako na roadmap na watershed ya around 5 trillion in 10 years for the development yenye itakuamua Kenya kutoka mahali ipo. Hayo yanakuja, lakini watu wanasema one term. Utaona aje na tayari huyo mtu umemfukuza? Kibaki alitoka akawacha kama Kenya iko na deni. Uhuru ametoka akawacha Kenya kama iko na deni. Kwani hiyo deni na kuna vitu zingine zimeanzishwa na zinaendelea, iweje huyo mtu ambaye unafukuza na tayari umeona hawa wengine hata kazi zao zimekuja kukamilishwa hivi sasa? Si unafiki huo?
Okay, thank you so much, Laban. And remember, in my comments, I was actually not disputing things. Speaking, I'm actually giving a view, and the view that I'm giving is a view of the people. I'm giving it in this manner. I do work, I interact, and the questions, of course, that are being asked by the people are the questions that I'm bringing forth. You understand, for example, how costly it was for the government or for the building of the expressway coming from JKA to Westlands. But again, it was done. Remember the president saying that he wants, or he will build an expressway from Thika to the Museum Hill. There's nobody saying it is not possible. Everything is possible. If it is possible for other countries that were at par at some particular point with the Republic of Kenya to get to another, to some other world status, then it is as well possible for the people of Kenya or for the Republic of Kenya to get into those levels. The question that we are asking as the people of Kenya is, what mechanisms do you have? Which formulas do you have? If the formulas are there and not hurting the people of Kenya or not pressing on the people of Kenya, and they are not going to put them on more cost or anything, then it is okay. What is currently happening in the Republic of Kenya, truth be told, there is high level of debt in the Republic of Kenya, and part of this debt is, it is being put on, on the shoulders of the people of Kenya. But some of it, majority of it, was actually taken and not in one way or another used in ensuring that they help the people of Kenya. So the worry here is that what mechanisms are there? And if there are mechanisms, there has to be transparency on how all these development plans and future good plans that the president has, are put in place. Those are some of the questions that the people are asking. Whichever the formula he uses, people do not care, but it has to be a formula that is not going to hurt the people of Kenya. It has to be a formula that is going to be beneficial. One that watu watamka siku moja waambiwe pesa sijui ilipotea, because that has always been the culture. So there's nothing wrong with people asking questions. They're just asking questions since they are concerned Kenyans who are also participating in the building of the Republic of Kenya. So allow me to welcome our good friends at the comment section and to remind them that it was a Jamhuri Day. And Jamhuri Day is not just a national holiday, it's a moment of reflection on Kenya's identity, unity, and political future. And of course, we saw the president led the demonstration of today that went successful. Out of that, he did give a clarification of the future plans that he has for the country, amongst them honoring Raila Amolo Odinga by saying that they will name Talanta Sports Center as Raila Amolo Odinga International Stadium in honor of the late Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. So the next thing that I want us to talk about is I want us to move to the next topic, that is Edwin Sifuna, the Secretary General of ODM. Of course, he's still under intense pressure. While he insists he's not resigning, party leaders like Kaloma have openly demanded his removal, accusing him of disrespecting ODM leadership and confusing the party's direction. We also saw that yesterday Edwin Sifuna, together with Godfrey Osotsi, were in Kakamega, and of course they were summoned as leaders to give a clarification on how certain matters in Western, particularly the Kolomani, where some gold was found, are supposed to be handled. So the ODM deputy party leader has repeatedly warned that ODM's partnership, of course, with UDA is shaky. He has threatened to serve ties over state-linked killings and slow progress on the 10-point agenda, signaling frustration within ODM's current strategy. So that is part of what we want to have a look at. ODM Rift, what is happening in ODM? Brother Laban, you can give us your take, where we saw Western elders intervention, where Edwin Sifuna, the Nairobi governor, and the ODM Secretary General, together with Osotsi, were summoned by the Lawyer Elders Forum to explain ODM's widening crack. The elders want clarity on the party's direction after Raila Odinga's departure and the growing perception that ODM is losing its grip. What is your view, our good friend Laban? Laban has just dropped. Miguda, how are you?
Okay, let me just conclude my point, which I was contributing. I was saying that when the shower was not working some times back, and even if we were in hospitals, they were not accepting the shower. But of course, today I can just say there are some cases, like me, I've had like 3 patients, and they have been taken care of. They were supposed to have minor surgeries, and the SHA paid for them. But you have to pay for the 2 year for it to work effectively. So even though it's working, but it got some challenges because, like those 3 patients of mine, they were compelled to pay for 3 years according to what you are paying. If you are paying 7,000, so you have to pay 14,000, and it will work effectively. Another challenge also, you find out that those people can't pay. Like the government promised that anyone who cannot pay, the government of Kenya will pay for them. But those people, government of Kenya has not paid for them. I can just say they still need to do a lot of input to ensure that the people who cannot pay, government should pay for them, all of them. And also the issue of paying for 2 years for you to have it work effectively. They should just made it that even if you have registered and pay for 1 month or 2 or a year, it is effective because diseases are there often. That is what I wanted to say about SHA. So the second question we have asked is about
ODM, where we saw Western Elders intervention, where Edwin Sifuna, the Nairobi Senate and the Secretary General of ODM, and Godfrey Osotsi, Vihiga Senator and ODM Deputy Party Leader, was summoned by the Luhya Elders Forum to explain ODM's widening cracks. The elders want clarity on the party's direction after Raila Odinga's departure and the growing perception that ODM is losing its grip. What is your view on that? And, ODM is currently, of course, still having issues here and there. We saw some MPs accuse Sifuna and allies like Governor Simba of orchestrating division for personal gain, suggesting that this is, that his Adline stance is more about positioning himself politically than party unity. And then we're also seeing factional fights. ODM is split between leaders who wants closer tie with the president's government, President Ruto's government, and those who insist on maintaining ODM's traditional opposition stance. And Sifuna has been very vocal against Ruto's administration, which has, of course, drawn fire from ODM members leaning towards toward cooperation that is between the broad-based. So you can just give us your take on this particular matter.
I saw the 2 guys went to the Luhya elders and they were discussing issues to do with the ODM. Remember, ODM is not limited to leadership or the party members who are elected in parliament as senators. ODM goes beyond elders, also beyond the people who are not in parliament. Those people who met Edwin Sifuna and Osotsi, they are part and parcel of the ODM. And Raila, when he was alive, he used to do his rally in Luhya Nation. He at a convenient time, he used to meet the elderly people. He used to meet the people who are pro-ODM in those regions, not only officials or branch members, but also the members who are not part and parcel of the party structure. And the people who have been part and parcel of the ODM for a long time, most of the other people, they have been for a quite long time supporting Raila Odinga, and they have been supporting the party. And also, if there is any issue whereby the leadership cannot come to consensus, they have a duty to summon the particularly that's from those regions, because the 2 guys are from Western region. But all in all, we have to agree that right now there's a problem in ODM because when party leader died, people have been trying to occupy their influence, occupy the position, occupy the command, but it is not realistic. That gift was only given to one person, Raila Amolo Odinga. The rest are gifted differently, and Raila never prepared anyone to take from him, from the leadership structure. That's why each and every person was given a different role to play. For instance, Sifuna was given a role to play as SG. Osotsi was the deputy party leader. Now, no one was made to be party leader. I remember Raila has been the party leader for a quite long time, from 2005. And even the people who have been there before, like the current president, William Ruto, Musalia Mudavadi, Najib Balala, they left. Many people have left ODM, and none of them was ever prepared to be the party of the party, because it has been for a long time being led by Raila Odinga. Now the people who are around, because Raila Odinga died unknowingly, nobody knew that he was going to die at that time. People are also people are discussing him beyond 27 elections. Even there were proposals that probability he can be on the ballot in 2027. We have to agree that having all those things happen, we need to accept that actually it is never easy to get ODM intact the way it was when Raila was alive. Now people try to apply the historical means or mechanism which applied before when the likes of Jaramogi died and Wamalwa. They tried to bring people together. You can go back to the elders, go back to the people, because if sometimes the leaders have disagree to consensus, you can go back to the people, to the elders, the youths, or the members of the party to bring them together so that you can agree on one voice. We can agree on what you are speaking about, because remember Raila was used to speak in unison, but right now these people, each and every person has a voice, each and every person has a stake in the party. But going forward, even if these people left, if they are talking about Luya unity, maybe they want to have a Luya party, let me say so. And you can't have a Luya party. If it's a Luya party, it must also be spread to the other regions. It also must be spread to the parts of the country for it to be like ODM. You know, ODM does not end in Luo-Nyanza. ODM goes beyond Western Coast, Turkana, Wajir. That's what makes it strong. You can't be strong when you are in one region or a corner. Or maybe they have seen those potential in Edwin Sifuna and Osotsi. They want to poach them to their political party. That could be in a play. But I don't want to speculate. What I'm sure is that ODM right now is not the ODM when Raila was alive. Things must be shaken so that we can have a one voice going to 27. I think they are still in consultation, and also to come up with the effective framework on how to chart their way going forward, if they are going to exit the party or stay. And if they're exiting the party, they're exiting with how many members and where they're going to, and where they're going to head to. And even if they head where they are heading, what about their positions? Are they going to be elected? Are they going to retain the values, the identity, or they stay in the party with divergent opinion, but at the end of the day, they still retain the identity, the values of the party? I think it's just a matter of consultation going forward, because sometimes, even if you're a leader, you need to go back to the people, consult the people who are there before you. You can understand on how to work forward. You can't just make decision on boardroom by yourself.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miguda. Allow me to acknowledge the presence of our good friends. Good here. Judith. I saw Judith and Laban, Jeffero, thank you so much. Little Danger, thank you so much. At HR, thank you so much. And everyone who is watching us, we really appreciate. Just remind you that this is Brother Benson Media, and here we say that your opinion counts. Allow me to also acknowledge Wakimishi Onyango. Thank you so much. And today is Jamhuri Day. I want to take this opportunity to wish you all happy Jamhuri Day. And Miguda, on the comments of the president, maybe I'll give you a chance before we close. You just give us your general view on the message of the president, whether it is viable and how important is it, or how helpful is it to the people of Kenya, the promises he gave, the future, plans that he has for the country, of course, including the remembrance of Raila Amolo Odinga. What is your general view on the entire celebration that took place, of course, led by the president today?
Okay, my general view could be first, the president, I can just say sometimes he has a duty. We understand that there are some functions and roles, like presiding over the national days, like what he did today. That is his role. And he has been also capitalizing on his role by first, he has been trying to give Kenyan people the agenda for his re-election. He has tried also to introduce his plan for the country. As a president, you need to plan for the country. You need to also inform the public about the state of the nation. Sadly, we are not up to what he's saying, because whatever he's saying is quite different with what we are experiencing as the people. We are the Kenyan people. We are the people part of this economy. We don't, whatever president is saying does not reflect what we are feeling as a people. So most of them are lies, and abandoning the older model, bottom-up model, and now jumping into first world country. It now makes up things, confusing citizens further. I can just say generally, I can say there are some gains in the Jamhuri Day. There are some gains from Ruto, but all in all, you need to work extra hard. You need to be realistic. Like after the issue of SHA, you need to ensure that the government actually pays for the people who can't pay. You need to ensure that you don't need to pay for 2 years for you to be granted services. Even after 6 months or 3 months, you should be granted services. Like those my patients, 3 of them had to pay for 2 years for them to be granted the minor surgeries I've told you. All in all, we still look for the best. The president should ensure that he roll up his sleeves, pull up his socks, work extra hard, and also avoid fake promises, avoid lies, and ensure that the words is actually uttering in public places, all the promises, all the gains actually reflect the actual situation we are experiencing as a people here. Back to you, Makubura.
Thank you so much. I can see Seth Okindo here is saying that. Okay. Thank you so much, Seth, for joining us. If you're watching us for the first time, kindly like and subscribe. This is Brother Benson Media, and of course, here we say that your opinion counts. If you're watching for the first time, don't forget to like and to also subscribe. If you do so, it is a way of supporting us. Na sisi hapa tutasema ni asante. Asante sana. Okay, thank you so much. And maybe my last question to you, Mr. Meguda, is allow me to read this as well. Good day is saying, people don't ask to be taken ill. Ruto and the politicians are using health as a bargaining chip. Migude, maybe you can give your take on these comments before you give your last remarks.
I think I've explained that one very well. Like I've told you previously, SHA was not working completely. But right now, it's working under some conditions. For instance, right now, if you go to hospital, they will ask you to pay for 2 years for them to grant you services. Without 2 years, they will just give you the minor services. But for you to have the major services, you have to clear for 2 years. Or those people are having critical conditions must clear for 2 years for them to be granted the services according to what you are paying. Then the people who can't pay at all, the government was supposed to pay for them. The government hasn't paid for anyone. So you have to pay by yourself. So unless the government will pay for everybody who can't pay, and also not that I must pay for 2 years for me to be granted services. That's when we'll come here and say, now SHA is working. But for now, SHA is not working for me. And it was about universal health coverage. It was about 2 years. It was not about everybody must pay. Those people cannot pay. Government must cover us universally. Everybody must be covered. That's what I want to say about the issue of health, because I'm talking from a realist. I've told you that I had 3 patients. Even today, I've just I came from the burial. I buried one today. So that's how they have been handling us with the so-called the system of the government, the SHA system. It's not that effective, in my view. It's not that effective. Government should give out money to the health sector to cover everybody. Our government also should assure that we don't need to pay for 2 years. Why must we pay for 2 years for us to be covered? And my last remark, I just want to say generally, I want to wish each and everybody happy Jamhuri Day, Kenyan people, because Jamhuri Day was meant for all of us, not a section of people. It was not only meant for the people in government. Right now, we have a sharp division politically in the country. The country is divided sharply in opinion, in ideology, politically. Therefore, there are people who believe that Jamhuri is only for them. Jamhuri is for all of us. But happy Jamhuri Day to the Kenyan people without looking at who abducted who killed who tortured who corrupt who, but even the people who are corrupted, the oppressed people. Happy Jamhuri Day to all of you as a Kenyan people. And also I want to appreciate our good friends who have come to the show. Good year. Thanks for coming to the show. The comment section. Our good friend and a young tax, Judith Karita. Also, I saw you the show today. Laban Misiani, who came to the studio. I also saw someone by the name Serial Killer or Serial Liar or Serial Killer. So the danger liar or danger killer. Danger killer, karibu sana kwa show, and also Seto Kindo. Makobra will meet tomorrow or Sunday morning or tomorrow evening when I'll be available. Bye bye everybody.
Okay, thank you so much to our viewers. This is Brother Benson Media. Thank you so much, Good Year, and the comment section team. We really appreciate. And I just want to let you know that over here we say that your opinion counts, and we appreciate the fact that you've taken your time to be with us or to join us this evening. You've given us your view on the comment section. We really appreciate. To our good friend Laban, who also joined the studio and gave us his take, we as well, we don't take it for granted. We really appreciate. And we thank you so much. And now, going forward, I want to as well appreciate everyone, including those of you who liked and gave their comment. Once again, this is the Benson Media, and here we say your opinion counts. If you're watching for the first time, kindly like and subscribe. It is a way of supporting us, na sisi tutasema ni asante. I want to take this opportunity to wish you all, of course, a happy Jamhuri Day and a blessed night, a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, a blessed evening from wherever you're watching us from. We are so much grateful and we hope to see you again tomorrow. May God bless you. See you tomorrow.